Welcome back to today's video. It's 5-day forecast today, so having a detailed look at the weather next 5 days across the British Isles. High pressure is going to be dominant through the coming period. I think we will have variable temperatures at times, so we're going down a little bit cooler than average over the weekend, particularly at night when we get some quite hard overnight frost. And there'll also be some variable cloud, and that's probably going to spoil things a little bit for some of us on Friday morning for the partial eclipse. Particularly the north and the east could be prone to quite a lot of cloud actually. So if you're under the cloud, you will still notice the eclipse taking place because it'll go very dusky, but you won't be able to see the moon sort of going over the sun because the sun will be obscured by cloud, obviously. Yeah, that could be just be a bit of a spoiler for the north and the east, but the south and west may get the best of the sunny spells. But have a look at the charts in a moment. If I get on back to say about the ads, there's links to articles on most of the pages at gaslivevis.com. Have a browse through the widgets, and if there's any articles that you're interested in, please click through the websites that we're using for the 5-day forecast on western.de and weatheroutlook.com. You find the link to both those websites on my links page. I'm not going to be starting off with the radar picture today because it's one of those unusual days for the UK when it's a universally dry day. So it's dry from the very far north of Scotland right down to the tip of Cornwall. And you don't get those days very often actually when it's totally dry across the country. So let's just start off with the synoptic pressure chart. This is the high pressure bridging through the country today, going to keep it mostly dry. There was some dates with some fog patches earlier on. Most of those are going now. The sun has enough of a kick into it to get rid of those fog patches by mid-morning generally. So yeah, I think I have some good sunny spells coming through today. There will be variable cloud in places as well, just blotting the sun out, and that's going to be a little bit hazy at times too. So it's not going to be wall-to-wall sunshine by any means, but a very pleasant spring-like day. Universally dry, as I say, and temperature should be up to around 12, 13 degrees. That's something like 54 to 55 Fahrenheit. Very pleasant mid-March day. Indeed, the high pressure continues through into tonight. We may bring a little bit of a easterly drift onto the eastern coast, southeast coast. So East Anglia, southeastern England could turn a little bit cloudier now with a bit of a east to northeasty fetch just coming in off the North Sea. Elsewhere though, lots of clear weather tonight, clear spells coming through, a few more mist and fog patches developing. And it's going to become quite chilly again with a fairly widespread patchy frost as temperatures drop down to 1 or 2 degrees. Rural locations will go below freezing, I would think, up in the northwest in particular, possibly down to -1 or -2 up there. Moving through into Thursday, the high pressure remains very dominant. Again, there's that slight northeasterly effect for the southeast, and we are bringing a little weather system into the north of Scotland. So for northern Scotland, it will turn cloudy with outbreaks of patchy rain through the morning, and that cloud and patchy rain probably starting to spread for other parts of Scotland through the afternoon. East Anglia, southeastern England having quite a bit of cloud coming in off the North Sea, and a chilly wind coming in off the North Sea as well. The rest of the country stays mainly dry with sunny spells coming through again, although there will be cloud coming and going, so variable amounts of cloud and sunny spells. Any early mist and fog that does form overnight should go quite quickly tomorrow morning. Temperatures maybe a little bit down actually. In the southeast it'll feel quite chilly with temperatures there just 7, 8, 9 degrees on the eastern coast. Elsewhere I think we'll do a bit better than that, probably up to around 10 or 11, but a degree or two off those temperatures that we've got today. Now, as we move into Friday, this is the complication really for the eclipse viewing. The high pressure is pulling out to the west of the country. It's allowing quite a lot of cloud to come down from the north, unfortunately. So for Scotland, where actually you get the best sort of totality of the eclipse, it's not going to be eclipse. It's not going to be a total eclipse for Scotland, but you get the greatest sort of sun cover in Scotland. Unfortunately, I'm afraid it is going to be quite cloudy up there by the look of it on Friday morning, and that cloud coming down the eastern side and almost anywhere could have patches of cloud floating around on Friday. It's a tricky day to pin down, would you believe. The best of the sunny spells will probably tend to be in the southwest, but even here I wouldn't rule out some stubborn patches of cloud just acting as a bit of a spoiler. But equally, there will be good breaks of sunshine in places. So with that likely, don't rule out the possibility that you could be able to view the eclipse. So generally through the course of Friday, it'll all be over by around 10 o'clock Friday morning. Through the rest of the day, we keep a fair amount of cloud in the north and east with best of sunny spells, likely in the south and the west. Temperatures on Friday, probably up to around 12 or 13 degrees again, although feeling a little bit cooler in the north. We lose that northeasterly wind in the southeast, so it'll feel a little bit milder down there. And the dry weather goes on into the weekend, really, with high pressure building back in off the Atlantic. But seeing slightly cooler air, so despite that, we probably have better sunny spells coming through on Saturday. Temperatures maybe a degree or two down again. So in the north, probably around 7 8 degrees. In the south, probably around 9 or 10 degrees. Maybe a bit of a chilly northeasterly wind getting up in the far southeast of the country once again. On Saturday night, it could turn quite cold with a fairly widespread and perhaps quite sharp frost, with temperatures potentially as low as -2 or -3. That's pretty cold for what will be the day of the vernal equinox, of course, 21st of March. Now we go through into Sunday, and the high pressure still clinging on, although signs that it's beginning to break down from the northwest. So most places will stay dry again on Sunday with sunny spells and variable cloud. There will be a frost to begin, quite hard frost. And then a band of cloud and rain will move into Scotland and Northern Ireland. That's on a cold front, and behind that the air will be turning colder. So as the showers arrive to the far north of Scotland by the end of Sunday afternoon, behind the rain band, the showers could turn wintry. Temperatures again around 9, 10, 11 degrees after a cold start. And then that cold front's coming south across England and Wales on Monday. It'll be a very weak feature, probably producing no more than a band of cloud once it gets into the south. But it will be changing the feel of the weather, with brighter skies returning behind the front to Scotland, Northern Ireland and Northern England. But in those bright skies, the temperatures will be turning colder. So showers probably turning increasingly wintry across Scotland. Temperatures in the south still holding up at around 10 or 11 or 12 degrees, but in the north just 5 or 6 degrees. And that's the trend as we go through the first half next week, I think, with colder air beginning to push down from the north. And there could be wintry showers coming down, even in some parts of England and Wales, by the middle of next week. So winter hasn't done with us just yet, and at the very least, there's going to be some quite hard frosts, I think, early next week. So gardeners, beware of that. Finally, having a quick zip through the charts and the weather outlook. These are all going to look very similar. Here's the situation today. Universally dry with sunny spells. Very pleasant spring day. As we move through into Thursday, very similar. Really, though more in way of cloud in the southeast, and it'll feel a bit cooler down there. Lots of dry weather through into Friday, but there are these stubborn patches of cloud that are going to spoil the eclipse viewing. I mean, lots of dry and fine weather through into Saturday, but temperatures a bit cooler. Stay mostly dry into Sunday as well. And then on Monday, that band of cloud will move south and east on the cold front, with brighter but colder air following along behind. And that leads us into a very showery day, beyond the 5-day forecast period, but it leads us into a very showery day on Tuesday, and those showers could start to turn increasingly wintry. We can see here those snow symbols in the north and the west. And that's probably the trend as we move through the middle of next week. So in summary, we're going to be seeing lots of dry weather through the course of the next 5 days. High pressure will be in control. Not going to be wall-to-wall sunshine, variable amounts of cloud, variable temperatures as well. But overall, a pretty decent period coming up. That's it for now, and thanks for watching.